monumental moments where we live to multiply His movement. I'm Melissa Machenbacher, and this is a place we passionately pursue and proclaim Jesus. Today's monumental moment is titled Coney Island. You don't need to go to Coney Island in the borough of Brooklyn, New York City to grab a famous Coney Island hot dog these days. It appears you can find them in nearly every city in the U.S. If you don't already know, the classic Coney dog or Coney is a hot dog wrapped in a bun and topped with meat sauce. The Coney dog is a bit different than a traditional chili dog because Coney dogs use specific meat sauce with traditional Greek spices and have no beans and are usually topped with mustard and raw onions. Chili dogs, however, incorporate any hot dog topped with bean chili and usually also includes shredded cheese. I've learned a thing or two about hot dogs, not because I love them, but because they may be my mother's favorite food. I stopped eating them in about 7th grade, and that's a whole different story. Have you ever watched the annual Nathan's Famous International Hot Dog Eating Contest held on July 4th every year just outside of the Nathan's Famous Original Restaurant in Coney Island? It's a 100-plus-year-old tradition that was first broadcasted on ESPN in 2004. It is a competition that's quite literally hard to swallow. As the story goes, the first ever competition was between 4 immigrants at the Coney Island stand on July 4th in 1916. These 4 wanted to settle once and for all who was the most patriotic in the bunch, and they were going to determine it with a good old-fashioned hot dog eating contest. Joey Chestnut has helped to make the contest famous in recent years. According to Wikipedia, Joey Chestnut ate 70.5 hot dogs in 2025 to win the competition and holds the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest record of 73 devoured dogs. If you're wondering, that equates to about 16 pounds of food. Every year, about 20 contestants compete to eat the most hot dogs within 10 minutes. The contestant that consumes and holds down the most hot dogs and buns throughout the duration of the 10 minutes is awarded the winning mustard yellow trophy belt, various prizes, bragging rights, and most likely a huge bellyache. Most competitive eaters train throughout the year to stretch their stomachs and make room for the conies. They do all they can to train and suppress their gag reflexes. They drink gallons of liquid and water quickly or consume lots of filling and high-fiber foods like oatmeal or even watermelon as quickly as possible. A record-breaking performance can consume over 12,000 calories. It can be fun to be a spectator for the annual competition, but after watching the past few years and having a visual of such extreme gluttony, it's left me filled with questions and hungry for more answers. I know God's word warns us of indulgence. Deuteronomy 31 verses 19 through 22 says, "Now therefore, write this song and teach it to the people of Israel. Put it in their mouths, that this song may be a witness for me against the people of Israel. For when I have brought them into the land flowing with milk and honey, which I swore to give to their fathers, and they have eaten and are full and are grown fat, they will turn to other gods and serve them and despise me and break my covenant. And when many evils and troubles have come upon them, this song shall confront them as a witness, for it will live unforgotten in the mouths of their offspring. For I know what they are inclined to do even today, before I have brought them into the land that I swore to give." So Moses wrote the song the same day and taught it to the people of Israel. We are naturally inclined, before we even experience good things, and God knows it, to eat and get full and grow fat. Indulgence leads to turning away from God, chasing desires within our heart, and quickly turning to serve other gods. God warned Moses and Joshua that the Israelites would eat their fill and grow rich and fat in the promised land that he was giving them, and in the process, they would abandon the Lord. The warning came before they even entered the promised land. We must be careful in the midst of enjoying God's blessings in times of prosperity and abundance to not become self-sufficient and turn away from God to chase other things and idols. In Deuteronomy 32:15, Moses delivered the song to the people, where one line says, Jeshurun grew fat and kicked. You grew fat, stout, and sleek. Then he forsook God who made him and scoffed at the rock of his salvation. Jeshurun is a name for Israel. Moses sings as God directed that Israel grew fat, kicked, grew stout, and forsook God who made him and scoffed at God, the rock of their salvation. Have we been gorging on things to the point that we've turned away from God even in the midst of blessings? We may not be stuffing our face with hot dogs and hot dog buns, but is there something else that's causing us to become full and to turn away from God? Is our appetite for God being suppressed because of all the other things that we're filling our lives with? What is it that you're hungry for these days? Is it more of God? How can you make monumental moments and live to multiply His movement today?